Hello, welcome
Hey,
to
did
this
you
week's
hear
Dev
about
Blog.
Sally last week?
We're going to be
She got
showing
ripped
off
apart by
today
the demon.
two of the castle towns that we've been working on. They're still very early rough
For a
drafts,
few hours.
so don't take it too seriously.
You made it.
But we want to show you some of the art style, some of the gameplay, some combat, some gathering, and just generally some of the things we've been working on recently. Soon we'll have the multiplayer dedicated server testing going, so if you're interested in joining, join our Discord, become part of the community, and you might just get to help us test. So we're going to walk around the level here and just show you some of this town. This is going to be a hillside town with a castle surrounded by a lake and a bridge you have to go across to get to that castle. So sieging this town should be actually quite difficult. This town actually gates to a boss dungeon. That's a big Gothic cathedral. So you have to pass through the town gates to get to the Gothic cathedral to kill the boss. So really just showing off some of the town. Again, it's very rough draft, rough building placements, design, aesthetics, etc. Just to get a feel for what we're doing and where the direction's going. A lot of people have said it reminds them a little bit of Elden Ring, and it's got an Elden Ring feel. It's not fully what we're going for. We kind of want to cross between fantasy MMO and Elden Ring, where it feels good and vibrant to be in the world, but it's just brutal and excruciating to play. And so it's not going to be your typical MMO. Because typically in MMOs, you start out, mobs are easy, quests are easy, and then it just gets easier over time. And the mobs get harder, but you get better gear, so it gets easier. So in this way, it's going to start out hard, and it's going to get easier as you level up, as you get gear. It's not going to be completely easy, as you'll see here in a minute. We actually do some combat with some in-game gear. It's still not incredibly easy, but it's still easier than it is starting out with the starting gear that we're wearing now in the video. So the intention of the game is to be, as you level up, the mobs become a little bit easier, and the game isn't so hard. Now, we're still fleshing out the skill system. We got some interesting plans, so stay tuned for that. I think you'll like what we're going to do. It's very exciting. Here we're opening inventory. This is just kind of testing inventory to test some of the in-game armor we're working on. The armor he has on right now is the flame armor. And so he's going to put on the magic gun. We're going to showcase some of the new bullets we've been working on. We've been working on the lightning bullet, the blood bullet. He's got the Stormbreaker cosmic shield on. And so right now he's firing the blood bullets. The blood bullets do AoE damage. We're currently working on making them do kind of like a vampire effect to give you health back. These are the lightning bullets. They slow your opponent, and they're going to do a dot on the opponent as well. You can actually see the effect of lightning at their feet. And so what he's pulled out now is the magic sword. It boosts your stats quite a bit, and it's actually going to shoot like pressure waves. But I'm currently working on refining the logic for that to make it a little better. So you can see the stats have been boosted tremendously. Normal spell damage without this in-game armor is about 60 per hit. You can see that was about 200 per hit. So these weapons and armor do boost the stats quite a bit for in-game, but these are again beginning mobs. So you still have to hit even beginning mobs with in-game armor a few times. So the mobs are going to get harder, but the gameplay is going to get a little bit easier when you have the gear, because you won't run out of mana so fast, you won't die so quickly from lack of health. Because the in-game gear on, you have about 3,000 mana, 3,000 health. Starting, you have 80 mana and 650 health. In each spell, you can cast about 2 or 3 spells before your mana bar runs out. So you have to really manage your decisions in the beginning to use mana, to use weapons, to use ranged weapons and close weapons. Some of the mobs can pretty much two-shot you, too. But a lot of your weapons have a stagger effect. This is the second town we've been working on. It's a smaller town by comparison, but it's still a castle town. It's in a hexagon shape, which is pretty cool. It's going to have a port that opens up into the sea. And so this was put together today, very rough draft. I think I put this together in about 4.5 hours today. Just outlining a new starting town. Not really a starting town, but a new town in the game. And just some ideas for our designers to kind of build with and refine and make aesthetically more pleasing even than what I got here. So that's really what we're showing off here is the new areas, some of the combat, some of the improvements. You can see here when you run out of town, you have a bloodstone right there. That's the area where It's going to be all over the map. It's going to be the kind of common theme that unites the realm. These bloodstones appeared, which made the demons appeared, which kind of created the lore in the realm. Here I'm just picking up some gathering nodes. The respawners are working well now. I wrote a bunch of retry logic on those to make those work correctly. I've been working on getting some additional quests built out, which is what you can see here. There's still a small bug here that I'm working out with why the quest doesn't complete. Once that's done, we'll be able to build out entire quest lines. Then we're going to craft some gear here. So I'm going to craft a mace and some lightning arrows because I went and collected some stuff. All the weapons recipes aren't actually in the blacksmith yet. We've been focused on really, wrapping up core functionality, getting the multiplayer deployed. A little bit of world design. Those bloodstones on the ground here won't actually be in the town. I was just debugging the quest and I left them there for the purpose of the video. So as you can see here, the crafting systems are working, the shops are working, the buy and sell is working, which you'll see in a second. The combat's looking and feeling good. The movement feels good. Here's another example of like beginning game content. So with range, you're going to run out of arrows if you just try to kill everything with range. So you can see I'm using a combination of range and magic here. You can see the damage on that mob is still over half the health. And so, if that mob hits you, he two-shots you. So if you mess up in your timing, you die. If you run out of stamina, you die. If he's close enough to you, he'll like jump and leap on you and hit you with the sword. And pretty much two-shot you and stun you. Just like when you'll see us here in a second, I'm going to hit him with the starting clubs, and it kind of does some knockback damage, which keeps him from hitting me. Their swings will do the same to you. So we have to adjust the starting ones here. They shouldn't be doing as much knockback damage, so we're going to have to adjust that a little bit, but it just gives you an idea of the combat. It's really smooth, the controller feels good, the shooting feels good, whether it's the magic pistol, whether it's the bow, whether it's the clubs, swords. It's all feeling really good right now. Obviously needs a lot of refinement, especially with the skill system and stuff, but that's really what we've been working on. So thanks for tuning in to this week's devlog, and like, subscribe, follow, join our Discord, and stay tuned for the ability to do some testing. Thank you guys.